I mean, when you're that old and wrinkly and gross looking, the only rat is you, I'm sorry to say. Now, I know it's not looking good, but I stand by my belief that they are more trapped with her than she's trapped with them. I mean, the kid might die, but as for MaoMao, she'll be okay. Ooh. So I've been saying it for a little bit, pretty much ever since MaoMao got kidnapped, that yes, is it good to be kidnapped? No. But at the end of the day, I truly feel like whether the end of the episode happened or not, which I will admit, Shenmei is a terrifying, cranky old bitch. The amount of salt she gives off makes the ocean look tasty. She is a salty wench. She's a frightening wench. But here's the thing. When you got as much tism going on as our fantastic little goblin, known as MaoMao, I truly feel like people are more trapped with her than she's ever trapped with them. Now, to be fair, if you have companions such as this kid, could bad things happen? Yes, they've already established that some bad things have happened with boiling water and the likes. And to be honest, it ain't a good looking environment, okay? Like, maybe at face value, they got this cute little festival, which still is a little questionable. It kind of looks like a cult, but that's just me. But at the end of the day, if there's one thing I am confident in, is the fact that MaoMao will always get out relatively unharmed. Now, could that be putting a death flag on her head? Maybe, but frankly, given the way this girl has been kidnapped not once but twice, and her not giving a shit attitude has always made it so she, like, keep in mind, she was kidnapped, and by like the second or third day, she was getting dressed by one of her kidnappers as she read the books that she was given for leisurely activity. If that ain't plot armor, I don't know what is. Now, do I still expect Jinshi's wrath and her father's wrath to come crashing down? Uh-huh. Do we now know that they're building a lot of guns? Uh-huh. Do we know that they'll probably use MaoMao in some way to get what they want? Yeah. But here's the thing. Her hyperfixations on things is both a blessing and a curse. See, here's the thing, right? Her immediate reaction after getting kidnapped, for the most part, wasn't like, man, I really hope I can, make sure people know I'm okay. It's, tell me how you do the reviving of the dead. Do you use this and that ingredient? Tell me. I need to know. She can look out a window and be like, huh, that one patch over there is dead. Immediately, hey child, help me escape this room. Now, if she just did it, it is what it is, right? But involving a kid could, well, as we see, get a sword drawn on you. And while MaoMao is definitely valuable, I do generally wonder, despite the relationship this kid has with our other kidnappers, it's a tad worrisome. But the fact that she can go from, oh, what's this building out here? Oh, that's where you used to keep the old supplies, but then they move it because rats were in here? Interesting. Immediately uncovers probably a conspiracy of what they're planning to do, which is some sort of war, I imagine. I mean, why are you building so many guns otherwise? You could argue it's just to protect, but, why did we kidnap to begin with? There's so many things happening, but even without watching the preview, which I did this week, I usually don't, but I was just so fascinated. Even without watching the preview, though, it just feels to me that, while yes, MaoMao looked visibly concerned, it's the fact that the way she responds with her emotion, she doesn't respond like your average person. And that really works in her favor, because even if she's shitting brick, she doesn't really look that concerned. She's kind of like, uh-oh. You could have an AK-47 pointed in her face, and her reaction would be from this to... And that doesn't really look like the face of someone who knows they're about to get killed. And that really works in her favor because people like this Shenmei, really, they only rule with an iron fist when people are truly scared. And I think her lack of cowering and crying and pleading, please don't kill me, like Mao is kind of just like, okay, oh, you're not going to kill me? All right. Her hyperfixation and her lack of average emotion and reactions is very much gonna benefit her against someone who clearly beats and is a salty old bitch. Now, the kid in question, though, while yes, does have connections to seemingly more important people than your average, he still did break into someone's shed. Now, If the kid passes the blame all to MaoMao and MaoMao's can't touch her for a time being, maybe it works out. I mean, like I said, the preview doesn't give me too bad of vibes, but it still isn't great. It's interesting. And the best part too is this episode was slow as hell. But am I complaining? No. But not a lot happened. Yet, midway through the episode, I look at the timer and I'm like, huh, we're already halfway through, and I could really sum this episode down to as, okay, we're gonna go watch a mass burning festival. And we're gonna watch some kids, you know, sit still, and this is like the honor of a lifetime. And yet I thought it was so great. This isn't the first time either that it was either last episode or the episode before, I forget, because we did have that week break. They already confirmed about the whole colorblind thing and the door episode. It already was called back to, but I like how they even touched upon it again in this episode, and the idea of why the masks are certain colors and, you know, the ancestry and everything. I just thought that was nice. Like, there isn't a single point in the second season that hasn't been called back to at this point. Like, everything just continues to just be like, hey, you think you got this self-contained arc? Nah, you don't. You got something that's a long-term conspiracy, and it just works every time. Secretly, I hope, though, that by the time war reaches their doorstep, MaoMao's already solved the issue. Or we're going to get the most bloodthirsty, crazy shit known to man to end the season on. Because at the end of the day, I said in my last video, I feel like the Jinchi we knew is dead. I think we are going to experience a new character, less secrets, basically all out in the open, and the kind of like soft, calm, pretty boy eunuch that people have grown to know and love in this world are going to be dealing with the powerful royalty at this point. And it's going to be interesting to see what Jinchi will do and how far he'll go. Even after getting MaoMao back, I think there's a lot to explore there. You add in her father. Literally, as soon as he heard that his daughter was kidnapped, he somehow destroyed an entire wooden door. Not like the size of a normal door, that was a gate. If this man comes up with an invention like a bazooka in this time period, he will absolutely rapidly fire at people. And the best part too is by the time he's done with his destruction, MaoMao will be sitting there reading a book saying, "What's up?" They think they need to rescue her. They don't, because they are without a doubt trapped with this hyperfixation gremlin. And I'm looking forward to seeing where they go. Kid and other casualties could happen, but MaoMao, for the time being, I think she's literally the definition of can't touch this. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of this episode? Excruciating 7-day extra wait if you ask me, but your thoughts. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, of course, ring that bell. We also have the Patreon where we got the full live reactions over there exclusively, and hey, while you're over there, I'll just give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Dreadseed, Jacob Winslow, Conrad Sosin, Sovereign, Tobias Reinhold, Flavdorks 414, Wen2X, Drift, Ukando Itsuhuzi, Linkatso 15, and we also have Jesse Wright. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.